Hello everybody, Buskus here, and I'm not really proud of myself at the moment. When I had the Valentine's Day special, I thought it was more appealing to the guys, so I decided to make it up for the ladies by starting this visual novel where you will encounter incubi guys. So, and I mean the title is quite self-explanatory, but let's jump into this. This is a fictional interactive narrative. Any character resembles the real life blah 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 blah. Okay. What? Okay, I have to click on them. Also please note that our following game is made... Alright. Enjoy.
Why,
no.
hello.
Hi.
My, aren't you a gorgeous sight?
Oh,
Can I
stop
be
it,
honored
you.
enough to know your name?
Sure. Mika? Oh, no. Open next. Yeah, perfect.
A lovely name.
Oh, thank
for
you.
a lovely person like you.
Oh, stop
Wonderful.
it, you. I bet you like that name, you
Eric,
bitch.
do your job.
That's not my name.
Very well. This game was produced by Seraphim Entertainment under the direction of Michaela Laws and is powered by Renpai Visual Novel Engine. We
Good
truly
for
hope
you.
you'll enjoy this story.
Thank you.
I know I'll enjoy it since you'll be in it.
Eric,
Thanks.
Fine, fine. Farewell, my sweet.
This is starting to creep me out somewhere. Okay.
come on!
Is this
Is that
already...
all you got?
We're already in a sex scene? Is that it?
me, asshole!
That's a Scottish guy having sex, right?
Crap! Missed. Let's retreat for now.
No kidding.
fuck?
Let's get out of here.
That's right. You better run, you stupid punks. Stay out of our territory.
These kids these days, get out of my lawn! Call it fate or call it coincidence. That one moment of violence started a chain of events I will never forget.
This formula, created in the 70s, is one of the most important in the field of financial theory. It is used to calculate the price of European-style options and is widely used by option marketers.
Wow,
Though there
I'm
are
so
some
not interested in
discrepancies-
this. Rain. It's been a long time since we've gotten rain around here, but it is the season for rainy weather, so it's not exactly that surprising. Personally, I loved the sound of it. Seriously, the smell is so much better. The way the raindrops fell, like the soft tapping of fingers, it was so soothing. Even looking at the droplets hit the glass of the window was strangely calming. For this reason, I felt lucky for having a seat next to the window. Okay, the lectures in class were pretty boring. Yeah, it sounded like. Mrs. Phillips' voice wasn't so terrific, but I just wasn't interested in what she was saying. At all. And since it was a period right before lunch, all I could think about to devour a cow. Honestly, I didn't care much for economics. Yeah, neither do I. I was only taking the class because it was mandatory. Luckily, it was my senior year, and blah 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 blah. We are bored. Very bored. Like super bored. The only thing I really enjoyed about going to school was meeting my friends and hanging out with them. In short, I was done with high school. Yep. It seemed like the start of something new. Something that would change. That is, if things could change, you know. I stared at the fence, outlining the raindrops and blah blah blah.
Miss Anderson.
Mrs. Phillips' raised voice interrupted my train of thoughts in an oddly empty classroom. Just when I was thinking about class, I quickly turned my head to face the teacher and said, "Fight me, Scrublord." Yes, ma'am.
Would you care to name the equation I set up on the blackboard?
No, fuck off. Oh, I think I read about it in the next book. It should be the Black Skull's model formula.
Very good as always, Miss Anderson.
Wow, you do not look happy about it that I got it. Anderson, it followed me wherever I went. It's not a special name or anything. Suzu, one of my best friends, turned around and proudly gave me a punch to the shoulder.
Okay, ass girl.
Thanks. From beside me I heard Naomi, another one of my best friends, clearing her throat in obvious disapproval of Suzu's choice of words.
She means good job.
Oh, that
Miss
voice.
Capini,
Oi!
care to tell me who the creators of this formula were?
I was.
Some guys named Black and Shoals. Fisher Black and Myron Shoals.
Oh, Naomi, you bitch.
Very good, Miss Patterson.
Show off. Better study next time, Suzu. Be like us.
Yeah. Suzu rolled her eyes and blah blah blah.
That's
Yep,
the end of
I
today's
got the
lesson.
idea.
Now, let's separate into groups and work on your projects. Remember,
Oh, the music
everything
kicks
is
in.
due on Monday. Go ahead now.
Okay, bye. Bye, Mrs. Phillips. Before I knew it, Suzu and Naomi had scooted their desks to align with mine, returning to the Three Musketeers. Whenever the teacher let the students decide on groups, we always group together in a little trio. Yeah, we're so best friends. Oh my god, I can't even express how
Alright,
exciting
so
it
let's
is.
see. We finished the budgeting section, the building leasing, and the cost for labor. What else?
Suzu straightened up to look at the poster and stroked her chin. After a few seconds, her face brightened and she spoke
How
up.
about a company name? Huh? Did we really skip over that? Of course we did. You always go straight into the logical statistics and stuff that you completely
God damn
skip
it,
over
why is
the
this
fact.
so long?
We
Why
need
is
a name
every
for our project.
visual novel takes so long to
At
get
least we
into it?
caught it this time. What do we name it?
Oh.
Not sure. What do you think?
Oh, that was a good choice of name. It always came down to me whenever there was something to be named. God damn it! I'm the only one who works in this fucking project!
Decorations.
That is way too predictable. How about...
Oh, please
Dragon
game,
Company?
let me name it. I'm going to save the game actually. Empty slot. Yes, I'm going to do that. I'm going to tell that joke every fucking time I save. Get a word.
What do dragons have to do with our project?
What? It's a totally unpredictable name. It's hot.
But our
Okay.
company sells bubble gum.
Who said we can't produce spicy bubble gum?
What do you think?
Yeah. What do you think?
Both of them looked at me expectantly, even though I wasn't quite sure myself. I didn't really want to choose sides, but if it were up to me, I would say... Oh, wow. Okay, look. Here's the thing. Wow, you are tall. She's much cooler. I like her much better already, but this makes more sense. I don't know if it's an important decision, but let's go with that. If it's a school
Fine.
thing,
Be lame.
yep, that's my
Alright,
job.
now that we've decided on a name, now what?
We go and get drunk, as teenage girls should. Oh wow, no, that was a joke, right? You know it, right? Okay, cool. As we ended our name game, yep, a giggle scrambled my thoughts. Who the fuck is Lisette? Who was that?
Ignore it. It's just Lisette.
I looked over my shoulder to see her laughing with her circle of friends. Mostly compromised and popular people that were practically friends with everyone in the school, was hot as fuck, like lizard white. She sat with a posture that indicated she was still working, but then she also was ready to casually chat about her day. She had an blah 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 blah. Yeah, she's a bitch. I got it. Unlike every student, she knew what she wanted to do after high school, and as a result she was confident, ambitious, and everybody was like, oh my god, I so wanna be like Lisette and stuff like that. Of course my friends knew what was between us, and upon seeing me glance at her, they shifted their attention to
She
her.
doesn't even look like she's working, in my opinion.
She probably is, but she's too much of a stuck-up priss to allow herself to look like she's actually doing work.
Oh, come on, Suzu. She may be a little off-putting, but she's not the giant priss that you're making her seem to be.
The day she isn't a priss is the day I turn into you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Never mind. It's about time. Let's bail.
Yep. Whoa, that was quick. Unsurprisingly, Suzu flew out of the window.
Seat isn't even closest to the exit, and she always manages to be the first one out of the door.
I don't think I'll ever understand that.
You're dumb then. Me and you both know me. No, I wish I was as fast as her getting out of here. Yep, pretty much. Naomi folded her arms close to her chest, giving me a disappointed look.
Oh, not you too. She's turning you into a delinquent.
Well... No, it's not a joke, Naomi.
Well, it's not really funny.
Just chill out, baby.
You guys are slow. Are you coming or what?
We heard you the first
Where are
time.
the incubi?
Not
I
everyone
was
has
promised
rocket
to
boosters
have
attached to their legs
demon
with bell
people
rings.
to try to seduce and fuck me. Where is that part exactly?
Are you kidding me? That class was ridiculously boring. Even Miss Valedictorian here was dozing off a bit.
I do have to admit I was spacing out. And just because... Alright, I'm not doing that. Just because I answered one question doesn't mean I'm automatically the valedictorian.
Okay, so it wasn't too interesting. But you should at least pay attention when Phillips is talking about...
Nope.
So you finally admit it. We're finally on the same wavelength. Welcome to the club, Patterson.
Please, don't call me by my last name. This
Naomi
isn't the classroom.
Platterson.
And never in a million years will we ever see things eye to eye.
You shouldn't be so offended by this. Despite this... Oh, okay. I was expecting them to say something. Despite this, they both burst out in laughter. Sort of-ish. Normally anyone would think that opposites like them wouldn't ever blah 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 blah. Maybe they were just perfect. Oh, they're gonna turn into lesbians, aren't they? That would be actually so adorable.
Where are we heading to first? Cafeteria? I think we can all agree that we're really hungry, especially after hearing about our company's line of deliciously spicy bubblegum.
Who would even buy that? I wonder.
Suzu.
I
Yep.
would pay good money to get a taste of it.
Haha. Oh, you mean it? You do like spicy food after all, I guess. Pew pew. We entered the cafeteria. Woohoo! As we got in line, we ordered our meals
Cajun
and
fries,
chatted.
and a spicy chicken burger for me. That's my definition of a good meal.
I'll
Okay.
take a tuna sandwich and some juice. You're probably going to need water or something to curb all that spicy flavor, Suzu.
I can't be tamed by the likes of
I'm
Oh,
sorry,
yeah,
I just
I
don't
think
care
you're getting a
about what you eat. Okay. Just mac and cheese and soda. Yeah, Netflix and chill. That's the male version. Not male, the meal. Sorry, the meal version of that. That sounds good. Once we got our food, we settled down at one of the empty tables, putting our backpacks. Yep. Susie leaned back in her chair, tilting it back so that she could rest her feet on the table casually,
All right,
like a
then.
rude
Is there
person.
anything we want to talk about?
Like, what is her
Bored
feet doing
already.
on the table?
I know. Let's talk about...
Say boys, and I will never speak to you ever again.
Oh, so you are a lesbian.
Aw, why not?
What's so interesting about talking about guys? Not like any of us are gonna get boyfriends anytime soon.
Oh no, you did not, sister.
We don't know that. What if one of us does get a boyfriend?
I actually see in the
Like, that's going to
future,
happen, Naomi.
and I know that
Look
a
at
demon
us.
boy
I'm
will
a
fuck
tiny
me, so...
Italian. You're a ditzy
there's that.
one.
Hey!
No offense. And Anderson here. Well, I guess she could land a boyfriend or girlfriend if she wants.
Or girlfriend?
She can be a lesbian if she wants.
Yeah, because it's a fucking choice, you prick.
True.
That's okay, Suzu. I'm not sure I want a boyfriend
Why
yet.
not? It's our senior year. Might as well get a boyfriend.
Shut up! I get a boyfriend whenever I want.
A relationship, Suzu.
Well... It really wasn't about wanting a relationship, but more like... I just wanted to have a good fuck. Don't get me wrong, I'm an open person, but there were not many interesting guys in the school to go out with. Who knows? Time will tell. Naomi looked at me, wanting to continue the conversation. However, before she could speak, the speakers in the cafe started up and an announcement echoed through the cafeteria.
Anderson, please come to the main office immediately. Please bring your things with you.
Oh my god, I'm getting
my.
fired.
Looks like our plans have been cut short. The men in white coats have finally come to get you.
Uncool, bro.
Suzu, don't joke around. What if it's serious?
Ah, fine. If something happens, just call us.
When something strange in a weird office. Who do you want to call? Funny enough, something did happen. No shit, Sherlock. And it was certainly no laughing matter. Cold. It was really cold. The rain became heavier that afternoon accompanied. Can you just tell me what happened there? Not that I was looking up. In fact, looking up was the exact opposite of what I wanted to do. I stared at the grass beneath my feet, unable to look up at the people weeping around me. All I could see was the damp grass underneath my feet. Only the monotone eludes that floated through my ears reminded me that I was at a funeral. I did not expect that one. It was only when the speeches ended that I finally was able to raise my head. Harold Anderson, forever in our hearts. A small gathering of people, mostly made of relatives that I didn't even know were related to me, were huddled around a simple, small grave. It's his father. It's our father. For a while, all I heard was the sound of raindrops on umbrellas. If it weren't raining, everything would probably be in heavy silence. I looked beside me, where my father was standing, then it's not father, and holding up a large black umbrella for our small family of 3. But it says Harold. Is it my brother? His face was emotionless, a strange sight next to my weeping mother. I wondered what was going through his mind. Is it grandfather who died? After all, etched into smooth grey tombstone before us was his father's name. Yep. Grandfather it is. Slowly though, people began to leave, leaving my father, mother and me behind at the grave. A man dressed in clean black suit under the uniform black umbrella of the funeral attendees walked towards us, introducing himself as grandfather's lawyer. And then I said, dude, he doesn't have a law. He pulled out a few documents from his suitcase and began to read aloud its contents. That's not how it's done.
And now, I shall read Harold Anderson's last will and testament.
Yes, please. Only my parents and I were allowed to be present for my grandfather's will. It was under the strict request of his lawyer. And there was a reason why.
And to my dearest granddaughter, I give my estate. All the furniture and decor that resides within the house shall also be given to my granddaughter.
Okay. What? I couldn't believe my ears. I had earned the family estate at 18. That was impossible, and yet it was written by my own goddamn grandfather's hand.
He passed the family estate to her? Why am I not surprised?
You did sound surprised, you cocky bastard.
Well, did he say anything about what will become of the CEO and chairman position of the Anderson Toys Company?
No. It is presumed that the vice chairman will succeed the position.
Even to the bitter end he wouldn't give in. What a stubborn old man.
He was a great man. Shaking his head, my father turned to face my mother with a serious expression on his face.
About the estate. Should we send her there to get used to the building? It'll be a good place for her to live after high school.
Are you sure we should?
You realize I'm standing right here and I hear everything.
This would be a good experience for her.
Honey, what do you think?
I don't think anything. That's cool. I really wasn't sure what to say. Why did my grandfather do this? I don't get it. The appropriate heir to the mansion? Was I even ready to live on my own?
Well, that seems to be it. We'll be taking our leave now. I'm sure the little heiress needs some time to adjust.
David.
Yep. Even though she raised her voice, my dad wordlessly began walking back to the car, disinterested. What a prick. We're gonna save. Yes, I've never been more sure in my entire life.
Don't mind him, honey. I think that your grandfather's passing really affected him.
You think it was his
we
father?
Could go home for now.
You can go on ahead to the car, Mommy. I think I need some time alone with Grandpa.
Oh, of course.
Even though he's dead.
Take all the time you need.
Okay, thanks. She gave me a quick hug and hurried. That's correct. She looked hurried. After my dad, I looked around the funeral grounds, which was completely empty, save the sullen-looking grave that was laid in front of me. I'm sure that if Grandpa were in charge of arranging all of this, would have been much different. It was blatantly obvious that my dad was in charge of the whole event. Who else would bury their own family the same day they pass away? Everyone knew my grandfather's love for toys, and yet the grave was a mere stone slab on the ground, void of any children's toys. My dad didn't even bother putting flowers. His disdain for my grandfather was almost pitiful. Sorry, Grandpa. I tried to force out some words, but the only thing that came out was Grandpa, you told me to stay strong, but right now I'm the farthest from it. Like that one time, a long time ago. Flashback time. Grandpa!
Oh, it's so good to see you again, sweetie.
You are a really young guy to be the voice actor of this dude. I was swept into a giant bear hug, and we both laughed as he swung me around like an airplane. It was one of my favorite things about seeing my grandfather, the way he greeted me. Unlike my father, my grandfather was loving and playful, even as I grew older. Sorry that Daddy couldn't be here today. He said he doesn't give a fuck. It had always been like that. Dad missed every visit to Grandpa's house, citing that he was busy with work or wasn't feeling well.
So? Well, that's okay. Daddy can come around next time. And you're here, right?
Right. Yeah. So, what are we doing today, Grandpa? Mommy says that there's a new desert cafe open in town. Maybe we could go?
Oh, I would love to. But I've been so busy with the company these days. We're actually working on a little something. Would you like to see?
Duh!
It is. I was designing a new line of them.
Hmm.
But I feel like something's missing. You don't think you could help me out, could you?
Of course I can. He placed the toy in my hands with a smile, and I inspected it carefully. It was beautifully crafted, and obviously a lot of work was put into. There was one thing though. It looked like a penis.
What do you think?
I think the heart on its chest should light up when you hug it. It will be like it's alive, and it can be like a little night light before you sleep. He stroked his chin, considering my input while nodding his head. After a few moments of silent deliberation, he turned to me with a chuckle.
That's a great idea.
Thank you!
I'll get to changing it right away. You're always like my little lucky charm, dear.
And that's why I will get the entire company. Woo! Yeah! Well, I hope I can be like you one day, Grandpa. Like with Dad.
You want to make toys as well?
Well, making people happy is the best feeling in the world. I don't know if I want to make toys when I grow up.
Don't worry too much about it. You have plenty of time to decide.
True,
Besides,
true, old man.
You should do what makes you happy as well.
That makes sense. Daddy doesn't think of it in the same way, though.
Your father. I'm sure he just wants the best for you.
Probably.
Sweetie, look at me.
Do I have to? You look kinda ugly. He bent down to look at me eye level, with a serious look on his face.
As much as your father may say something that doesn't make sense now, you must remember that he's always thinking about you. He loves you.
He better does. He's my goddamn father.
And you need to love him just as equally.
Don't tell me who to love. I don't hate Daddy. I really do love him. I don't know why he's like this, though.
Your father and I have had some difficulties with each other in the past. But it's nothing that you should be concerned about.
Okay, bye. I had heard tidbits of this from my mother and various other people. The only people who had stayed quiet were my father and Granddaddy. It's hard though, trying to pretend as if, you know, nothing were wrong.
No matter what, you have to stay strong.
Okie
You're a
dokie.
big girl already, and, well, there'll come a day when it seems like it's you against the world. But always remember that your family and friends will be here with you.
Okay.
Daddy, Mommy, your friends at school, me. We'll stand together to get through it.
Yeah, but you passed away. How can you be so sure of that?
We'll be right. Here?
He pointed his finger to my head first, and then he pointed at my chest. Probably not my titties, but my
So
heart.
stay strong. Promise?
For a moment he looked almost sad, pleading, but as quickly as it had come, the expression disappeared from his face, and it was all smiles once again. Promise. Upon hearing that lie, Grandpa let out a great burst of laughter and stood up.
Alright then. Enough of that. How about I whip up some special homemade dessert? I know I can't accompany you at that new cafe, but we sure can talk and eat while I cook and do some paperwork.
Okay. Homemade dessert? I'll race you to the kitchen,
Hey,
old man.
slow down there. I'm not what I used to be.
You willed me the very home I loved to see you in. Why? Why would you think I would be ready to take it? Especially after this. A surge of anger bubbled within me. You can't be angry at the man, he just gave you a fucking mansion with demon guys to fuck you. There was no use in getting mad, especially when the person in question was no longer there. I'm sorry, it's hard to stay calm when you've left me with so many questions, especially about what happened between you and Dad. What am I doing talking to a grave? My vision blurred, and I suddenly realized I was crying. My face heated up as tears rolled down my cheeks. I'll bring you some flowers later. I miss you, Grandpa. I'll try my best to fulfill my promise I gave to you. Bye. I left the grave, wiping my tears hastily so my parents wouldn't see.
Well, it's time to head back home. I'll cook up your favorite lasagna when we get home, okay?
Deal. Thanks, Mommy. However, my dad didn't... Oh shit, sorry for this thing. However, my dad didn't speak the entire drive home. I wanted to talk to him, but after his moment at the funeral, I wasn't sure if that was a good idea.